Of course, you know I'm going to talk about this very nauseating situation. And for Albert, City Niger, a couple of you know, I'm not sure I have an enemy on this space. We can disagree on principles and ideologies, but I still find a way. And that's how, and I'm saying it here right now. There are a couple of these guys, I deliberately built relationship with Randy Peters. And then he's my friend. There's no week that we don't get to talk. I talk with a lot of people. Mama P and I were on different divide during the last Edo elections. But I knew that there was so much more beyond all of these political banters. We never had face to face. We've had good times. We've spoken about all of the things that happened in the elections. But she's my friend, very close one for that matter. Zekeri Idris, like the guy a whole lot. Zekeri doesn't even know how much I like him, but he's my friend. We've had disagreements about. But you see, I said it, and I said it to a friend of mine, MC Tururu, that spoke to me this morning. There's no way that we are going to solve the issues of our societal problems or create societal renaissance if we begin to fight individually or independently. So I am of the opinion that we must all galvanize our support, pull out. And I'm very happy when I see people come out for show, even if you don't believe that he should be president. I like that. I think that's what it is. No matter how much of... That is the point. Why am I saying this? I see that a lot of you are celebrating the violent attack against Albert Obazee. And I don't know when I was threatened, a couple of persons spoke out. A couple of persons refused, even those that were my friends didn't say anything about it. And I understand. I'm not I'm not a child. I understand clearly. And even what you said and what you did not say, I understand. But of course, I was going to condemn this. Let's not for any reason grow a society where we are not matured enough to knowing what to do per time. No, when they define adulthood is a time of being able to handle your independence. That's what adulthood means, literally. Independence. Independence from your emotions, from your responsibility, being accountable to yourself. Now, if we begin to allow adults to perform like children, I will clap for them because an enemy of my enemy is my friend, then we are not being consistent. And I say that to all of us celebrating and faithing. I also had my fair share of political threats, and I knew what I did to address that. But we are breeding a very bad society. We are degenerating. That's the word. That's the word. I've seen a lot of comments. I've watched videos, and I understand. Albert in himself has also been a thorn in his flesh of several persons, and I can recognize that. I reckon that he's done a few things overly. Yes, he's been too emotional in some instances, and I reckon that. I made a video a couple of days ago and where I spoke about the MOA facility, and I also did query that those that were propagating or on the side of the MOA were insensitive to a lot of things, and they may have also been inciting a lot of things. About in the comment section is still there. Went on to say, attack me, and said I was speaking from both sides of my mouth, that they had the right to open it, and I stated my fact. Some things would have been managed better. So that has been the kind of relationship there is no human on earth. There's no human on earth that I don't have a right. Nobody pays me. Nobody takes care of my bills. There's no human that I cannot talk to. And if I'm your friend at the time, if I am not talking to me, that I feel that the time has not arrived. Sometimes I'm close enough to be able to stop you from a couple of things, different strategies that I employ in my relationship. So it doesn't mean that we have a very rosy relationship. We've had back and forth at various times. Ask the people that Albert have quarreled with. There are times where I've cut call, talk to this, talk to that. I've done that. And I'm not going to put on social media. Ask the people that Albert have been having issues with. I spoke with Kabaka when Kabaka was alleged to have gone to demolish. I spoke with Kabaka, one of my friends who is very close to Kabaka. Called Kabaka, we spoke on a video call. People were in that particular, Boston was in that place that day. That's how much I said, can we? He spoke to me and he told me his own side. And I spoke to Albert too. That's how much. I'm not scared of anybody, but we must be different from people that we're accusing, though. We must be different, and I've done that a couple of times. But this, if you celebrated that attack, for the guy, I don't know what pushed him. I don't know what led him there. You don't want to. Some of you who live in some other countries, no disrespect me, Italy and a couple of that. I'm seeing your comment, nothing will happen. No. UK not really be like that. I'm not saying it's perfect system, but it not really be like that. Police, you will hand it over to the police, and that's putting you criminal record in the call for. I'm sure that whatever motivated him, the anger, whatever it is, or the people pushing him, he understood the dynamics, and he has a way to find a way out of it. No problem. But leave the guy out of it. You that think that it is time to clap, we are degenerating, and you are not being consistent. Again, of course, Albert has to also become consistent, because when we say we are activists, we are asking for greater good society, and we celebrate violence. We celebrate violence. I stood there like this and I spoke when Mama P was attacked by Julius Abure's brother. The same me. So I'm also speaking now. Should anything happen? But when I was threatened that not to ever come to Benin again, nobody really do video. Maybe one or two. But it not be my problem. I'm just stating that let's be consistent. Whatever I want. No, let's not deceive ourselves. Because it be like saying our content all of us they create. All of these activism we are join our name, we remove them. Let's choose that. Now politics, now political talk I be with the online. Political talk with the online. Because you can never celebrate this level of no. There are ways to handle things. If the guy has bullied you, he cyber bullied you, you go to court. And that's what I stand for. I will never. When the last attacker, nobody will not come, and I said it to a few people. Some people say like people for APC, where they government, some of them called me and instigated me to even do what I needed to do because of the verse. But I remember where I'm coming from. Of course, I already took my own legal steps until all of that was we must choose where we stand. Are we politicians, or are we people asking governments to do better? Because even politicians don't do what they do. So again, like I said, Albert has also in a way turned himself to celebrating this, so it's normal. But at the end of the day, we must be consistent of the kind of character. We must choose it. We must choose it. So me I will talk and reach. We must choose where we stand. Because this will not be where we're supposed to be. We are breeding a whole lot. Violence, this thing is boarding into a violent era. Social media, I talk, you talk, I talk, you talk. Don't they lead to slap? Don't they lead to blow? Two people they fight for plane. Very soon a gun will enter.